Goddess, have mercy. Dear Goddess. Wah! Boo! Rah! Shoo! Skit! Begone! Not now. I've almost got this game in the bag. So who are you? You don't look like simpletons to me. Anyway, I owe you one. Thanks to you, I managed to pull that little caper off without being caught. He was such an easy mark, I got a bit carried away. Still can't hang around. Don't want any more trouble. I hope you weren't hurt by my little jape. Are you all right? By way of thanks for helping me, and as a memento of our encounter, the name's Angelo. I live at Mada Abbey. Show them that ring if you'd like to see me. I'll be expecting you. Au revoir for now. Mada Abbey, all right? Just ask for Angelo. Don't forget. News travels fast. What a fine intelligence network the Templars have. You sent for me, Captain. Phew, it's turned up. Thank the goddess. Someone stole it from me at the pub. And it looks like they're about to learn that crime doesn't pay. I have nothing further to say. You can find me in my chambers. Good evening, everyone. Glad to see you're all looking so well. Now, control your temper. I must apologize for before. Perhaps you will accept this as conciliation. The guard upstairs might hear if we talk now. I'll explain later. Come on, follow me. The guard's up ahead. Right, no one make a sound, okay? I seasoned his supper with a generous pinch of sleeping powder. Perfect, it worked. Sleeping like a baby. Okay, through here. Right, we're safe in here. You can talk again now. Like I said, I'm sorry about before. If I hadn't lied about the ring, Marcello would have been onto me like a shot. And I haven't got anywhere else to go if I'm chucked out of here. But I came to get you out, didn't I? Come on, don't be angry. Anyway, let me show you something you won't have seen before. There. And that's real blood on those spikes, you know. If I were to throw you in there and shut the door, your whole body would be skewered. I could make you holier than thou without so much as getting my hands dirty. Not bad, eh? Like I said, not bad, eh? Sorry if I've confused you. The people here have a bit of a trust issue with me. I couldn't stick up for you before. It would have backfired. The man who interrogated you, Marcello, he hates me. That's why I had to let him put you in the cells before I could help you. True, I don't know anything about you. And I wasn't there when you were caught, but I do know you saved the abbot's life. Because just before you were brought to the interrogation room, the sinister feeling that's been lingering in the air went away. I must thank you for that. I'm not so ruthless that I'd hang you out to dry. And besides, I couldn't stand by while there was a lady in trouble. Marcello's a rather talented inquisitor, you know. This leads outside. Princess? Whatever. Come on, let's go. You'd have to work pretty hard to mess up your escape from here. Anyway, I'm sorry for all the trouble. So, this is farewell. May the goddess watch over you on your journey. What happened? Come on, stay with it! Tell me what happened. Who on earth did this? Upstairs! Come on, let's go! You're with me, right? Thanks. This is no time to be fooling around. Come on! Marcello! Ah, you're awake. I realize I said it before the funeral. But I just wanted to assure you that everyone knows you're innocent. If it weren't for you, Captain Marcello could well have been killed too. We're all in your debt. Anyway, the Templar captain has summoned you to his office. See you later then. Don't forget. Brother. I thought you said you wouldn't have a rule breaker as a brother. I'm useless, you mean? No need to beat about the bush. Fine, I understand. You've made yourself perfectly clear. I will leave the Abbey. I will travel with these people. And I will avenge the abbot's murder. Hello again. Well, it looks like we'll be seeing a lot more of each other. I hope you don't mind me coming along. I'm not doing this because Marcello ordered me to. I'm doing it for Abbot Francisco. He was like a father to me. That jester, Dulmagus. He can't get away with this. And this place. I'll be glad to escape. It's no hardship being asked to join you, believe me. And anyway, I promised you, didn't I? I said I'd reward you for helping me. So, Jessica, from now on I'll protect you. I won't leave your side. Consider me your personal bodyguard. Okay, let's hit the road. You're the people I met at the pub, right? What are you doing here? My ring? Of course. I can still play that card. Listen, I've got a favour to ask. Just listen, all right? There's no time to argue. Can't you feel it? Can't you feel the sinister presence in the abbey? I heard that a jester got into the abbot's residence. I'm convinced he's the source of the sinister air. I don't know what he's planning to do, but I'm sure Abbot Francisco's life is in danger. You've got to help. I need you to get into the abbot's residence and make sure that he's all right. Believe me, if I could go myself, I wouldn't be asking you. But it's impossible at the moment. I swear, I will reward you. Please, will you go and make sure the abbot's safe? Thank you. I'm in your debt. Now listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. You may have seen them already, but there are some obstinate idiots guarding the bridge to the abbot's residence. You can't go that way. But if you're prepared to go the long way around, there is another way to get there. You have to leave the abbey as if you were going to Simpleton, but turn immediately left along the river. Just follow the river along, keeping the abbey in view. Keep going along the river, and you'll come to a ruin. It's the old abbey that was used before this one. There's an underground passageway leading from there to the abbot's residence. I'm afraid that's the only way. The entrance to the ruin can be opened with the Templar's ring I gave you. So you just keep hold of it, all right? Anyway, there's no time to lose. It's in your hands now. Please help the abbot. Damn! Where's Marcello? Huh? That sinister presence again. No, not sinister. It's worse than that. It's pure evil. As if all the demons of hell had gathered to feast upon Abbot Francisco! It's locked from the inside. Marcello? Are you in there? Damn! What's going on? It's no good. It won't budge. Yulon? Did you follow me here? Doesn't matter. I need your help. Just one last time, all right? We're going to have to do this by brute force. There might just be enough of us. The door's locked from the inside. We've got to break it down. Come on, everyone together. Yes! The bridge. Is the whole abbey on fire? Surely that jester didn't come back again. Oh no! I've got to save the abbot! Oh, I don't know. Maybe things will never be right between us. Marcello, will never forgive me. If only we didn't share common blood, I'm sure we'd get along fine. Abbot Francisco was always well known around these parts for his benevolence. He'd often take in children who had nowhere else to go, and I was one of them. My parents were well off, part of the aristocracy, but then they both died. All of a sudden, I was left with no family and no money. The abbey was the only place I could go.
My mummy and daddy died, so I don't have many things, and I don't have anywhere else to go. But... Angelo!
Marcello was the golden boy of the abbey. He studied hard and had a bright future ahead of him. But when it came to me, his attitude wasn't so positive. Not long after that, I heard the full story for the first time, about how I had a half-brother, the product of a fling my father had with a peasant girl before he married. He disowned the woman and her child, presumably because of his engagement to my mother. The poor girl was heartbroken, of course, so heartbroken that she couldn't go on living, they say. And so the child was left alone in the world. That's Marcello's story, you see. That's Marcello's story, you see.
As my mother had been told she couldn't have children, my parents discussed adopting him. But the physician must have been wrong, because my mother fell pregnant with me shortly after.
Quite a bombshell, don't you think? I was so young and innocent then, too. The whole thing hurt more than you can imagine. Still, c'est la vie. My father got off lightly. He did just what he wanted and then died, and left me to take the consequences. I'm the only one left for Marcello to hate now. In a way, I can't say I blame him, and it was probably good that we lived together. At least it gave him someone to take it all out on. Certainly added a bit of spice to the humdrum life at Myella Abbey, anyway. This story's gone on long enough. Look, it's nearly daybreak.
That put paid to the adoption idea, and Marcello was unceremoniously dispatched to the abbey. Twice cast aside by his own father, Marcello ended up hating him, and hating me, naturally, as he grew up among the Templars.
Well, if Dulmagus has left the eastern continent, I say we head for the west and see if we can't catch up with him there. Wouldn't you say? King Trode's going to miss out again, though. Beautiful ladies.
That's the spot. You've done this before.
C'est la vie, I suppose. It was a lot to ask. A legend in his own mind. It's as though he's forgotten who's going to be doing the actual fighting. Someone needs to pop this brat's bulging ego. What's this? It's barely even light yet.
This is slowing us down too much. We need to persuade Charmless to go back to the castle so that we can get the magic mirror from Clavius. If we don't hurry, Dulmagus might leave the Dark Ruins, and then we'll be back to square one. Where are you going? We need to go to the castle, remember?
The scholar we spoke to in Argonia said you might know how to restore its magic. Now Abbot Francisco can rest in peace, and I'm free to do as I please. How about you, Jessica? Feeling better now Dulmagus has got his comeuppance? What's wrong? You can tell me I'm a good listener. He wasn't making fun of you. We've just defeated Dulmagus. You and the princess should be back to normal.
I don't think there's any need for that, Tone. We're no more weird than any other travellers.
There's nowhere for you to run now. We've got you cornered. We've caught up with you now. You can't get out of this one, Dulmagus. For goodness sake, you're not the only one who's cold, you know. That dog over there's called Boris. He's the one who dug us out from the snow. What a dog. He's a lot more use than a certain king, don't you think? And he smells a bit better, too. Ah, on the subject of dogs, we had something to ask you, Mata. This will sound a bit strange, but we're pursuing a big black dog, and we heard that he might have been headed in this direction. There's a good chance he may have come this way. Have you seen anything? Confess. Even when you are racked with self-doubt, have faith in her divine benevolence. The goddess looks kindly upon those who take action. Stop! We'll put an end to this here and now! You're that friend of Yangus's, aren't you? What are you doing here? I'm so sorry, Imperia. We failed you. We couldn't save your egg. I see your memory's got worse. How much older than me are you, brother? No! I won't let you die! You will go on living, knowing that the brother you despised your whole life took pity on you. I won't let you have everything your own way. More than 10 years. It was more than 10 years ago that I first came to the Abbey, having lost my family, and you were the first person I spoke to. I had nothing. No family, no home. I was all alone, and I didn't know anyone at the Abbey. You were kind to me. Just for those first few moments, You were genuinely kind. As soon as you found out who I was, it changed everything. But I never forgot that moment of kindness.
You know, I really don't care. Do your worst. You can't hurt me anymore. Isn't this your ring? Your Templar's ring? Well, I knew we'd bring the house down, but I didn't think it would happen quite so literally. This show's over. Who'd have thought we'd ever manage it?
Should be an interesting anecdote for the ladies. And I'm a free agent.
Your men? Sorry, Your Majesty, but I don't recall swearing allegiance to Trodain. I'm really not one for commitment.
Ah, it's been a while. I came as soon as I heard the news. So, it seems we'll have the honour of escorting the lovely princess. I just ran into Yangus too, same as ever. I'm a busy man, as you know, so I wasn't too thrilled at first at having to drop everything and come over. But it is good to see the old gang again. Anyway, are you really all right with this wedding going ahead? You don't have to stick around if it's too hard for you. Just do what you have to do, my friend. Like I did when I left the abbey. Well then, see you in a bit. I'll be down in the courtyard taking a break. Come and find me when you're ready. Hey, no need to tell the whole world. I have a certain image to maintain with my admirers. That brat is unbelievable. Can't let us in on account of our being too common, indeed. The preening little snob. It's been a while since the initiation, but he is still just as obnoxious as ever. And yet tomorrow he's going to be marrying the princess. Can you believe it? Are you really going to let this happen? If you ask me, it's your duty as Chief of the Palace Guard to protect the princess's happiness. Wait a minute. The ring. You still have the ring, don't you? The one that belonged to your father. If you have it with you, go and show it to King Clavius. If he knew you were his nephew, he might just change his mind about this ridiculous marriage. Go and find him at the Lord High Priest's place and see what he says. It has to be worth a try. We thought you weren't coming. The ceremony's already started. It's bedlam up there with all those people. I doubt anyone would notice you among the crowd.
Ah, look who it is. I was beginning to wonder if you'd left us for good. You seemed ready to throw in the towel when you got back yesterday. Better now, though, I see. Anyway, it looks like the ceremony's begun. And there are so many people, I doubt anyone could do anything, even if they wanted to. By the way, you haven't seen Jessica, have you? The princess summoned her yesterday, and no one seems to have seen her since. It would have been about the same time you came back. I don't suppose you bumped into her, did you? Hey! Get over here! We've got trouble! King Trode and Princess Medea are surrounded by soldiers down there! Leave them to us. You just get the princess and King Trode to safety. It won't move an inch. What do we do now? Actually, I found the attitude of the elders even more bizarre. It was as if they'd known about you for a long time. I seriously doubt he'll spit out the truth there and then, but it can't hurt to try. How is it that you know our friend here? And what's all this about fate? Jessica, are you all right? The Wildlands, eh? I wonder, might he have been referring to the place where we found the boat? I can imagine a demon lurking somewhere around there. We should go and explore. Ah, now that is cheating! Marcello! What are you doing here? Why did you come here, Marcello? Marcello! Thank you.